Welcome to the Daily Dish with New York Times bestselling author Leanne Ely. Putting vibrancy back into your everyday life and feeding your heart, mind, body, and soul. Join us every day at 1 p.m. Eastern for Motivational Monday, Tuesday's Tip, Wise Woman's Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Food Fight Friday, and of course Q&A, where no question is off limits, and Soulful Saturday. Here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
Good Saturday to you. Happy Soulful Saturday, my friends. Come on in. Trying to get things going here. Oh, maybe I have dead head. Are these dead? Huh, I don't know. Are they working? Is this thing on? Come on in. Yeah, let me put some glasses on so I can actually see you. Come on. Say hello. I haven't seen one person say hello yet. Maybe I'm a little bit behind. Listen, if you hear Happy Soulful Saturday, Sarah, good to see you. Sarah's the first one. She wins the grand prize of nothing. Just that I get to say hello to Sarah first. Hello to everybody else. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hi, Kristen. It's good to see you. I am delighted that it's Saturday. I've got some fun stuff for you. We're going to talk about the Pancake Diet. You can hear me? Good. I'm glad to hear that. Anyway, cheers. Here's to Julie and Sarah and Rhonda and everybody else who's walking in right now. Glad you're here. It's a good way to get started on our Saturday, isn't it? Because this is the Daily Dish Show. You know what we do? We're bringing vibrancy back into your life every single day. Heart, mind, body, and soul. Except on Sundays. On Sundays, we're recharging. Hi, Doris. Good to see you. I do appreciate you being here and we like to share all kinds of things that are going on. There's my girl Susan and Corliss. Good to see you. New day. There's Joanne in the house. So's Anna. New day. What does this mean? Moo Saturday. What does this mean? New quote. Here you go. Be not afraid of going slowly. Be afraid of standing still. What? Chinese proverb. Those are good stuff right there. Hi, Gwen. Hi, Sandy. I see you too. It's good to see you. Thank you so much again. There's my girl, Vicky. It's good to see you. Let me get my little thingy up. I have all kinds of stuff. Anyway, today we do change our quotes on Saturdays. That's what we do. And on Mondays, we change out our supplement of the week. So let's just say today's, the last day that I'm going to be talking about it, you'll still be able to get it tomorrow. But it is Crave Crusher. It is an absolute gotta have. Okay, put 4 in your cart. You'll be charged for 3. And you get free shipping. You can find it at savingdinner.com/show. I've said this to you before, and I'll say it to you again. It is a supplement I would not be without. You take 4 in the morning and you forget about, your mind thinks about other things besides food. And if you're like me and you're an addict and, you've had issues with food, you understand. It's kind of an important thing. So, anyway, I'm drinking to that. That's all I can tell you about. There's Ruth. Hi, I haven't seen you in a while. What else do we have to tell you? Oh, yeah, we had Thursday, we did our vibrant, it was a skin thing. We're calling it how to have gorgeous skin at any age because, honestly, this is the thing. We start thinking, well, at this age, you have to expect, well, yeah, we're going to get a few wrinkles and stuff, but still, don't you want to look glorious? Of course you do. That's part of your vibrancy. And your skin is really your health's calling card. We talk about how to do it from the inside out. You're gonna wanna check it out. Go to savingdinner.com/skin. You can watch the webinar at your leisure and get all the difference, get everything that you need lined up. And don't forget, if you have questions, I have answers. Every single Friday, we answer questions. We had some great ones yesterday, by the way. All you gotta do is send your questions into support@savingdinner.com, and on that subject line, just put question for Leanne on Friday. That helps customer service out know where to shoot the question. Okay, make sure that it gets to where it needs to go. And then everybody gets the benefit of hearing what you had to ask. Don't you think that's a good idea? I think it's fabulous. We talk a lot about this beauty support and give you a special deal. And also, look, are you guys taking advantage of this? I haven't seen a lot of this yet. And that is that we have a brand new mug. Have you seen it? It's our mindful mug. I will explain all about mindful mugs if you go to savingdinner.com/mug. And this is the newest one we have. It's bright yellow, isn't it, darling? Don't be mad about the results you didn't earn from the work you didn't do. Just one of those little truth bombs that happens to, you know, give you a cosmic 2x4. I don't know about you, but when I see stuff like that's how you get these quotes, by the way. And if we really love the quotes, guess what we do with them? We put them into a quote deck, which is one of the things that we have. It's brand new. Well, not brand new. It's newish. And it has a little wooden stand to go with it, so you can have it right here on your desk, and you can look at it and get your mindset straight. You know, this is why we do the vibrant vision boards too, so that we can constantly have in front of us the environment, the vision of what it is that we want, whether it's a quote, a picture, whatever it is. You know, that's the story of my little house on the prairie here with the lake right out here. The lake that I wanted right out here. It showed up. You can find out all about the quote decks at savingdinner.com/quote. I'm going to show you some of them though. Okay, I'm going to get a good one that you haven't seen. What? How about this one? No one has ever drowned in sweat. What is that? A year from now, you'll wish you had started today. Stop the presses. Here's another one. You're one decision away from a totally different life. All of these little goodies to remind you that we don't have to be victims to our lives anymore. We can take action and have something different happen. And as a matter of fact, today I'm going to give you a recipe on how to make that whole thing work out. What do you think of that? Huh? I hope you like that. Anyway, check it out. And the quote decks also, if you want more than one, you're going to get it for free shipping. And you'll get 2 stands, 2 decks, and you can give one to a friend. Valentine's Day is coming up. What a lovely gift. I'm going to say that. All right, let me see where I am. Do I have everything I need here? Have I said everything that I need to say? Have I? Oh, and don't forget on the Mindful Mug that you have a code to put in to get one, because you can earn a Mindful Mug and get it free. You'll have to go to savingdinner.com/mug. I want you to read the post anyway, so you understand how the Mindful Mug is such a useful tool to keep you in that mindful place of having your dinner instead of just woofing it down like a Hoover vacuum cleaner out of control. That's my problem. I mean, I'm like, if I don't eat it now, the Red Cross truck is going to pull out and I'm not going to have a meal. That's how I eat. I'm a speed eater. So I have to work hard on not being that person. So look, you know, we have things to do. We have things that trigger. And when you stop and have a mindful mug, what does it do? It reminds you, you don't have to speed eat. You don't have to eat like somebody's gonna, you know, the Red Cross truck is gonna pull out and you'll never have another meal. And you don't have to, you know, you can chew. You can actually chew. That's what this does. And it also, you know what else is really helpful? When you remind yourself to do all these things, which sometimes we need that on repeat, I do. When we do that, then we have this opportunity to eat a little bit less because we're not woofing it down so fast, you know? Sarah said she used to eat like a Roomba. Okay, well, there you go. And that's even worse than a Hoover, because a Hoover, at least you have to push. A Roomba just goes on its own, you know? A Roomba just sucks up what it wants. A Roomba isn't discriminatory. At least a vacuum cleaner is. It's like, oh no, don't, you know. All right, we'll get off of that. That's funny though. I like that one, Sarah. Keeping me entertained today. All right. Anyway, so this is the whole mindful, this mindset stuff though. Isn't it so helpful? Because we usually live our lives on automatic pilot, y'all. I don't know about you, but I do. And then all of a sudden I'll look at the clock and I'll go, how'd 4 o'clock get here? What about lunch? What about, and I have the whataboutisms going on about all the things that I had to do. And, more often than not, the next day I'll pull out a time blocking sheet to see where my time has gone. Because we all need that. We all need to check in with ourselves to make sure, are we spending our time wisely? It's the only currency that is an investment. It's an investment. This is your currency. And you only have so much, but we all, just like Beyonce, she's got 24 hours in her day. I wonder what she does with hers. What are you going to do with yours? We can be totally awesome, or we can be not so awesome. And that's what we want to talk about, the Pancake Diet today. Because the Pancake Diet is going to give us all kinds of information to help us to flip a few things. That's important. And by the way, we're going to start our hydration challenge. That's coming up because this is one of those mindful things that we forget all about. And then all of a sudden at the end of the night, you're going, wow, why is my mouth so, thirsty? Why is it so thirsty? You know why? I'm going to tell you exactly why your mouth gets so thirsty. You're not drinking enough water during the day. You have to there is a formula for it, and there's timing to it, and we can get you through the day with, I can't stop the annoyance of constantly having to go to the bathroom, but I can make it a whole lot easier on you and easier on your body and show you the science behind it on why this is so important. So sign up for this webinar. It's coming up Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern at savingdinner.com/hydration. Okay? We've got that for you. Hold your seat. And of course, you know what we always do. If you can't make it, no worries. But it's like forgetting to go to a party. I'm sorry. Our webinars are so much fun because there's always a good bit of chatter going on the side. And you're going to want to do this. So it's savingdinner.com. It's savingdinner.com/station, because I'm going to show you how to set up a hydration station and all that. Okay? savingdinner.com/station. Go grab your seat. And if you can't make it, that's all right. We'll send you the replay. Don't worry. Yes, you're going to get a workout for you. Your kidneys are going to thank you. Of course they are. So's the rest of you. I love that. Okay. Let's see. And what else do we have coming up? And we have the pajama party's coming up as well. On Friday, the 22nd. That's savingdinner.com/PJs. PJS. And yeah, wear your PJs. Be cute. None of that Victoria's Secret la. We want you to show up in what you really sleep in. And if you sleep naked, put something on, please. I sleep naked, but I will put something on. I do wear PJs. As soon as I'm done with work, I immediately change into my pajamas. Every single day. I don't care if the sun's out. I don't care. It's just like, work is done. It's PJ time. Take off your bra and put your PJs on, right? That's just the way it works. So today we're going to go into the place of understanding a little bit about, PJ party. Woo! The Pancake Diet. And the Pancake Diet is basically a diet for your mind, for your behavior, for your thoughts, for your desires, so that you can flip these things and have them become the things that you want, the actual outcome that you want. But I find that sometimes we need a recipe for disruption, because the things that we're doing aren't getting us to the place that we want to go. And what do? We put it on repeat. Have you noticed that? And you're thinking to yourself, why do I keep doing it? Why is this happening? Well, it's time to go on a pancake diet. So here's how to lose the grumbling, the complaining, and the frustration of not getting to the place that you want. Because maybe you need to go on the pancake diet. All right, you ready for it? It's a recipe, so be ready to write it down. You need to flip 1/3 of your thoughts, flip 1/3 of your behaviors, and flip 1/3 of your desires. Got it? 1/3. And I'll show you how to do this, because then you got to mix it all together. And then you pour it out onto a super hot, on fire brain. Got it? And then you flip it when it's ready. right? Sounds like a good pancake to me. So here's some ideas behind that whole thing. You know, I was thinking about this too, because I found myself saying something that I hadn't said in a very long time. And I thought, okay, what's going on here? What am I thinking about? Where, you know, this is the wrong track. And I flipped the behavior, and, you know, anyway, this is the whole thing. And it is, I call it the pancake diet because, you know, when your pancake's just ready, you know, I'm sorry for anybody that's triggering, but you know, when your pancake is just ready and you see those little bubbles, time to flip it over. Well, you have to wait till it's ready to flip over. Otherwise, you know, it gets all wobbly and weird. So you need to do it at the right time. And so this is why you've got to have this important recipe, because it involves always your thoughts, your behaviors, and also what's covering all of that? Your desires. How about that? Your desires. So here are some of the thoughts. Here's a thought. Oh, I hate my job. You ever said that? I hate my job. What happens when you say on repeat, I hate my job, I hate my job, I hate my job? Have you noticed that everything about your job just annoys the living daylights out of you? The people that you work with, the emails that you get, the tasks ahead of you that you have to do. When you hate your job and you're verbalizing that you hate your job, your reticular activating system is going into overdrive to make sure that there is not one thing that you see in that job that can bless you. It's going to make your experience and your day-to-day just awful. Isn't it true? Because our brains seek out the things that we talk about. So instead, if we're going to put it on a pancake diet and flip it, let's say, I'm grateful that this job provides me with a healthy paycheck so I can take care of my bills. So that, you know, whatever it is, whatever the benefits of that job are, that it's a privilege, that it's an opportunity. I am thankful that I have this job because I know so many people who don't have work right now. Whatever it is that you need to flip in order to get out of this old thing that is not serving you, bringing you down, and causing you even more angst and anxiety and depression and all the rest of it. Because when you ever start a sentence with I hate, somehow or another we find more to hate, don't we? It gets a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. Hate's like that. Hate's like that. It's oftentimes fear-based. It's, you know, if you despise it so much, then maybe it's time to look for something new. But in the meantime, flip it so that you can feel better about what's going on and say, I'm grateful for what it provides. You can change your feelings about things by modifying the way you speak about things. What is that? Isn't that so cool? That's what it is. This is a huge thing. That's the disruptor, is changing your language around it, especially the things that we pronounce. And when I say pronounce, I'm saying when we speak it out loud. When we speak it out loud, we are telling ourselves, telling anybody around, telling God, telling the universe, telling every single living thing around us what we're all about. I hate my job. I hate my job is something that is just, and that's such a core thing that you do. It's such a terrible thing to bring on, because then it goes around and collects a whole bunch of more garbage that you just don't want. Maybe there's just one little thing you don't like about your job, or a couple of things that you don't like, or some things that you would like to change. Well, if that's the case, then start to flip it with the language to support what it is that you want. Doesn't that make so much more sense? Because when we are constantly pronouncing all the things that we don't like, or things that bother us, or whatever, suddenly our whole world is full of that kind of stuff. Have you noticed that? It's because our brains are searching for it. You know, it's like you've put your brain on a scavenger hunt. Go find all the ugly things in the world, you know, instead of having the gratitude that you want, instead of living out of the integrity of really who you are. Because remember, your true self is fearfully and wonderfully made. Your true self is vibrant. You can't be vibrant when you're walking around, I hate, I hate, I hate. So the thought is, I hate. The disruption is, and the flip is, I love that my job provides this healthy paycheck that helps my family. or whatever it is that you want. Okay, there you go. Then we got to talk about behavior, right? Oh, doesn't the behavior come into it? Because we can't just talk ourselves into anything. We can't talk ourselves into getting fit, for example. There's got to be some behavior to go around. You can talk a blue streak, but it's not going to do anything until you do something. You know, our talk and no walk, no nada, nothing. So if you're, but if you also have some destructive behavior that needs to be changed, something that's just kind of a knee-jerk reaction, like, oh, look, Netflix is on, where are the chips? Netflix is on, turn on the popcorn. Then you got to disrupt that behavior. And what is the flip on this one? The flip on this one is that you got to relabel what you consider to be acceptable. So I have a couple of coaching clients that I have doing this who I've told to go get some sticky notes because they have food in their house that they don't control because the spouse and the kids want it, right? It happens. So what do? So you take your little sticky notes and you put something on that sticky note to remind you why that's not something that's for you. So if you have a health condition, you put a health condition on here because then that's going to remind you that's just not for me because I've got this thing that I'm dealing with. If you have weight that you want to lose or a size that you're going for, I have a gal who's going for a pair of jeans that she has in her closet from last summer that are a size 6. So she put size 6 on hers and put sticky notes all over her pantry on the Chips Ahoy, the potato chips, and everything else that she had because to deter her from doing this. This is how we flip the behavior. This is how we remind ourselves of what our goals are and what our visions are for ourselves. Because it's in the long run, it's the consistency of doing things right and not saying just this once. And these little reminders are a behavior switch because it's going to remind you, no, that's not in your, that shouldn't be in your peripheral because that's not what your vision's about. Your vision for yourself is, you know, absolutely vibrant. And vibrancy and potato chips don't go hand in hand. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever noticed that? She who eats potato chips is she who's not going to be getting the vibrancy that she wants. We have to disconnect from the stuff that holds us hostage. So you're literally relabeling these things that have before been stumbling blocks and now remind you of the behavior that you do want to implement. Avoidance. It's that simple. So, and then it comes to desires. So one of the things that I have done, and this is personal, that has worked so well for me, and I'm going to invite you to try this behavior. It's a great pancake flip because a lot of times when we're especially starting on a good healthy habit, there are times where it's a little tough and you're not liking it. You know, you're not digging the idea of getting up at darko 30 and going out and exercising or drinking all that water and going to the bathroom all day or whatever. And I remember saying, I don't like drinking all that water because I was a water drinker, but I wasn't as intense a water drinker as I needed to be, which you'll find out about the hydration webinar on Monday, by the way. Don't forget, savingdinner.com/station. And I changed that behavior. I flipped that pancake over big time when I just started saying, well, first of all, I set my alarm on my phone every hour to go off, and I drank it throughout the day instead of piling it all at the very end of the day and then getting up all night. But the other thing that really worked for me is I started saying, I'm thirsty. Now, here's the thing. Remember what I just was talking to you about? I hate my job, how your thoughts or whatever. Well, this is a desire. It was for me, my desire was to not have to drink all that wine. I didn't want to do it. But I wanted to flip that desire to wanting to do it. So I told my body to do it. I am thirsty. Now, was I thirsty at that time? No, I was not. But after a while, every time the alarm goes off, I would say to myself, oh, good, I'm thirsty. And then I'd go up the stairs or down the stairs. This is when I lived over in the other place. Now I'm, walking out to our little kitchenette here downstairs, and I go grab my water and 5 glug, 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 down the hatch, and the water's gone at the end of the day. Who knew? But it also made me desire that water. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? This is what putting yourself on a pancake diet does when you start to flip all of that stuff. Do you see how this is so great? But, the other thing that we have to look at is that the pancake diet is very decision dependent because it requires magic sprinkles. And do you know what the magic sprinkles are? Well, you got to make them. And the magic sprinkles are made with motivation and momentum to get the magic. And you all know what I'm talking about if you've hung out with me for any period of time, because the magic comes when you have the motivation to do it and you just push yourself and you just say, all right, I'm motivated to do it because I want the result. And then you do the work that it needs to. And then when you start to do it, you start to notice, just like that domino going down, it's a matter of physics. Momentum begins to happen. And then suddenly the magic appears. And we can sprinkle this pancake diet with lots of these magic sprinkles when we utilize motivation and momentum together. It's pretty amazing what happens there. Now we want to serve these pancakes with all their magic sprinkles on top with a side some serving suggestions. And I suggest a little moxie, a little motivation of always, and I suggest that a little chutzpah, and a little getting over yourself. We need a little side suggestions on all of this, and we don't need to think so hard on all of this. What we just need to do is get out of our way and just recognize that all of these little tactics work when we decide that they're going to work for us. It's all about the decision-making process. And every time we make these kind of choices for ourselves, we're implementing the magic formula of motivation, momentum, and magic. It's a matter, though, of getting some of these thoughts flipped, these behaviors flipped, these desires flipped, so that we can put everything in a row and get this thing working on our behalf. That's how we get through doing all these challenges. That's how we get through to this place of really having a good sprint and not falling off at the wagon, the second day or the third day. And I hate the word falling off the wagon, but I don't know what else to say. Or maybe driving through the drive-through, I don't know. But that's how it works. And this is the way that we utilize all these tools at our disposal, understanding that when we have control of our brains, we have control of our output. We get control over what's going on in our environment. We set our environments up for success as best we can. We make it as easy as we can, and we keep the reminders in place to show us that we are worthy of these lofty goals that we have. We are worthy of having that vibrant vision for our lives, and we are worthy of having the vibrant life that we want to lead. And we do it in bits and spurts, and we keep going. Because what do we know? Wise women never quit on themselves. Absolutely never, ever, ever. And when we can do this, and we can do it in community like we do here on the Hot Melt Sprint, and we can do it in community, cheering each other on with the encouragement and the support of others, we've pretty much got a good formula. What do you think? You ready to cook up some of your own pancakes that need flipping? I know I'm ready for the day. So I appreciate you showing up again. And don't forget, take advantage of the Crave Crusher, because Crave Crusher is going off on Monday. So if you put 4 in your cart, you're going to be charged for 3. That's it. Go to saveydinner.com/show. We'll also send it to you free shipping. Yeah, it's a pretty screaming deal. This is how I do stuff. Mark is upstairs putting in our brand new master bedroom floor. I'll be posting pictures on my personal Facebook page soon. We're excited, man. Renovations, baby, all the way. We're doing all kinds of things. And I appreciate you showing up. I appreciate you sharing this. And I appreciate the fact that you are a part of my community. Thank you so much. Be the peace that you want to see in others. Deal? Peace be with you.
Thanks for watching. You can find us on YouTube on the Saving Dinner channel or on the Saving Dinner Facebook page. Check back daily for new episodes, Monday to Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you missed the live show, you can watch the replay. Until next time, pinkies up.